In this video, I'll show you 5 speedcubing things that you'll use every day. All the links to all the products that I use in this video will be down below in the description. Alright, so number 1 on this list is actually the speed cube. Obviously, if you're going to be speed cubing, then you need the actual speed cube. So this here is my speed cube, my main speed cube right now actually. It's the GAN 13M maglev. This is actually kind of expensive, so it's like $70-ish, and there obviously are alternative, better budget cubes. If you really need a budget cube, then I really recommend the Moyu RS3M 2020 because it's actually only around $8 and it's super good for just $8. Some mid-budget cubes that you can get is either the Moyu Weilong WRM V9 ball core, which is around $42, or the Tornado V3, which is also around $40-ish. And then if you're like willing to go all out, you can get either the GAN 13M maglev, which is one that I have, or the GAN 14M maglev, which was recently released. Those are all in like the 80s, so it's kind of a lot of money for that. But if you really just want really cheap, if you're just starting out speed cubing, I recommend the Moyu RS3M 2020. Alright, so the next addition after your actual speed cube that you might want is a speed cube timer. So this here is actually the most recent timer that Speedstacks has made. This one is the one that they actually use in WCA competitions, so I really recommend getting this one even though it is kind of pricey. It's around $32. Once again, it's going to be in the description. But it is the Speedstacks StackMac G5. So this thing actually works really well timing stuff. You hold down your hands on the pads and then you let go and then it starts going, and then whenever you're like, let's say you finish solving, then you put it back in. It's pretty accurate, like 0.01 register time. But yeah, I really recommend this StackMac if you're starting to cube. Now, especially if you're going to be using the Speedstacks StackMac or any other timer, you're going to probably want to get a cubing mat. So this is my cubing mat. I only have this one right now. I'm probably going to get more in the future, but it is a cuber time mat that I actually got a while ago. And basically the reason why you ever would have a mat is because when you're doing your solves, let's say I'm doing my solve, you're going to be slamming your cube down like that, like slamming it hard. It's going to be dropping down on there, especially if you have an expensive cube like mine. You're not going to be wanting to slam it hard on the table like that because it's going to get damaged if you do that. So that's why cubing mats like this one are here. They're pretty cheap. You can get like mini mats or actual mats that they use in the competitions. I only have a mini mat though, but it does the job. It protects your cube from not getting damaged when you slam it on the ground like that. Alright, so now fourth on the list that you're going to want is probably some lube. So the lube that I have here is some Cubicle Lab Silk and some Lubicle Speedy. So what lube here actually does, it either speeds up or slows down or actually makes your cube more controllable. So Cubicle Lab Silk here actually makes it more controllable, and Lubicle Speedy speeds it up. Hence the name. So to actually use these lubes, you can just unscrew it like that, and as you can see, it's going to look like a little dropper bottle. That's basically what it is. And let's say that I want to speed up my GAN 13, even though it's pretty fast. You're going to want to like pull this apart. It's actually pretty easy, but try holding these apart with one finger like that. And all you're going to want to do is put a few drops in. I'll put like 1 or 2 drops in. They don't have to be that big. There's 1. Oh, get that out. 2. As you can see, there you go. It's inside my puzzle. And then you're not done yet. You're actually going to want to break it in. So what break it in means is basically just put in your cube a lot. So you're going to turn your cube a lot so that the lube can actually spread out all into your puzzle. And immediately you're just going to want to like do a bunch of random turns like this so that the lube spreads out in your puzzle. And you'll actually see that your puzzle will actually get like with whatever you lubed it, like slower or faster or whatever. I think I can already tell that this cube is much faster than it was before. which obviously isn't a bad thing. I wanted to do this. So yeah, lube is definitely an essential. If you're like a really small speedcuber, really beginner, you don't need lube yet, but in the future you'll definitely use lube, especially if you add your cube for a long time. It's gonna start wearing down and you're gonna need lube to repair it. So make sure that you get some type of lube and make sure to put it into your cube. Alright, so the very last thing that I recommend that you will use every single day for speedcubing is actually like a little pamphlet. So this here is the GAN pamphlet, and what this is going to do is if you do like CFOP, it's actually going to show you like all of your algorithms and everything so that you can learn them and memorize them. Usually cube companies include this in their like unboxing experience, whatever. As you can see, this is the GAN 13. I got this with the GAN 13. I know the Tornado V3 has it because I had it, but I'm not sure if MoU has it. I'm like not sure. Definitely don't quote me on it, but I'm not sure. You guys will just have to buy it and see. But yeah, usually this comes with him with the little pamphlet. If you don't get one with your cube, you can buy some at cube stores. I'll put some links in the description. But basically what this shows you. So let's say I'm doing CFOP. It's going to show me all the moves that I use in rotations with CFOP up here. It's also going to show me every single F2L algorithm, OL algorithm, and even PL algorithm down here. This thing is really useful. I used it to learn all my PL and I'm using it to learn OL. So if you do CFOP, you'll definitely need this. Also, even if you're doing a beginner's method, most of the same pamphlets have like a back here, and it shows you all the steps for beginner's methods. So it's basically really, oh, well, that was in Chinese. Here's the English one. Layer by layer method, that's basically beginner's method. So yeah, this is really, really useful if you just want to either learn how to solve a cube or improve your skills with the CFOP one. But anyways, that wraps up this video. So those are 5 speedcubing things that you will use every single day. Once again, links will be all down in the description, and make sure to go check all these out. Try to buy them if you don't have them. They are really useful. You can trust me on that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.